One topic what I mentioned is lag based snapshot. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, got it.
yeah, let's see how that can be configured and viewed in the system. Right. Before that, yesterday we talked about time series analysis. So just to revise ourselves, let's see if I have that uh, slide open with me available. Right. So what we were discussing, right? From the demand planning or demand planner perspective, it is also an important task for demand planner to review the pattern of actual sales, like or sales history. Uh,
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
The pattern could be trend, pattern could be continuous, pattern could be a constant, pattern could be a sporadic in nature, or it could be seasonal as well, right? Now, from statistics background perspective, analysis of this kind of pattern helps the demand planner to identify which forecasting model can be suitable or which forecasting algorithm can be suitable for products which follows different patterns, so that demand planner can do simulations running the statistical forecast for those specific algorithms for the selected products, right? Also, that also gives him opportunity to see if there is any change pointer which is diverting the direction or creating any uh, lumpses in the sales history perspective from the past horizon, right? So with this background, what SAP did was SAP came up with a dedicated Fury app which you can use to generate the sales history pattern, right? And then demand planner can review that information and take action on it, right? So if I scroll down a bit and then show you an example. So in this example, you can generate the time series analysis, which is nothing but analysis of your sales history pattern to understand at a specific combination level how the sales history looks like, whether it has a pattern of continuous data, whether it is sporadic in nature, whether it is showing some kind of trend, some kind of seasonality. Accordingly, demand planner can choose the best fit forecasting models during the simulation, and then they can finally align on the specific forecasting model to be used for those combinations, right? We will go to the system now to see how this can be configured and how this can be executed. We go to the initial screen and let's try to identify the specific Fury app. Okay, you see an app called as Manage Forecast Automation Profiles. This is one of the prerequisite or the configuration what you will be doing as an administrator, right? So maybe let's try to put a filter on planning area. And let's see if we can, how we can create the focus automation profile from here, right? Let's first look at the existing focus automation profile, what we had created for testing purpose. Click this. First of all, whenever you create a focus automation profile, you need to mention for which planning area this automation profile belongs to, right? Then on what key figure this analysis is supposed to be done. So in this example, we have used a key figure called as actuals quantity, right? Which is our sales history for us. Right? I think the comment is for Parminder. Sudeep, I will let Parminder know that IBP 600 PDF has to be made available, right?
Yeah, thank you.
And then under what unit of measure this information needs to be reviewed, right? So this is the starting initial input that needs to be provided or updated as part of my rule creation, right? So here, as a prerequisite, we are setting up a rule for forecast automation or for time series analysis. Next point, what we need to mention is at what level this time series analysis needs to be conducted by the system, right? You can, although your actual sales history is at a base planning level of material, location, and customer, you can still decide to do this analysis at a material and country level, right? At any aggregated level than your base planning level. That is fine, right? In my earlier examples, as I was mentioning yesterday, I have seen countries doing this in analysis at a material and country level, right? You can also do that at a material and territory level, material and region level, etc. But yes, from the focused generation perspective, focus review perspective, and sales history review perspective, most of the clients prefer doing it at a material and country level. Then the next point to be also mentioned is at what time granularity this analysis needs to be done, right? So here in this example, we have mentioned it as a calendar week. Any additional level at which the analysis needs to be done, that can also be indicated here, right? So for example, you want to do the analysis at multiple levels. So you can also mention the additional calculation levels. In this case, I haven't mentioned that, right? Now, in this example, since we had updated the sales history for a limited period of time, that's why I've taken an example of 13 weeks. But normally, in real practice, you would see planners doing this analysis for at least last 52 weeks or for last 2 years, right? So that it gives them a correct picture of how the sales pattern looks like based on last 2 years of data or based on last 1 year of data, right? And then very important parameter to be cross-checked, right? If at all there is a seasonality trend or any intermittency or volatility needs to be checked, you can also indicate the weighting factors here. You can start with the SAP recommended numbers and then slowly keep on increasing it.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Till the level you find the pattern stable, right? Or constant, right? Important point to be noted here is the moment you generate this time series analysis, you can also mention under what attribute this information needs to be stored, right? So you can also create an attribute under master data type called as material and customer. The attribute name can be time series property or time series analysis as an attribute. And then system can store the results of this time series analysis under this attribute so that you can review it in the master data like this, right? So for now, in this example, system had generated the time series analysis at a lowest level and populated the result here, right? So demand planner can log into the master data workbook and cross-check what value it shows, right? Which is the result of time series analysis. That is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is in the same app, you see show analysis results tab. You can click over here and review the results. So we'll go through that the moment we cover the parameters. There is one more functionality available in case you are also interested to look and review the seasonality numbers, right? Or the seasonality pattern. So from system perspective, you can also save the seasonality index